up guys, it's Robert here and welcome back to yet another amazing video on the channel. So for today I got a trap version of a deck that I think is very underrated this meta, and not a lot of people are playing it, so I thought I'd bring it to you guys and hopefully you guys can have some success with it. It's very cheap and really a lot of fun to play. So without any further ado, let's get straight into this deck. So starting off with the main deck here, we have triple of the Mathematician. This deck doesn't really have a true normal summon, so I feel like Mathematician is just a card that can get you advantage as soon as he's normal summoned, and we are indeed maxing out on the Mathematicians. For the Shaddoll package here, we have double Squimata. He basically gets you access to any of your other Shaddolls. He's really good for deck thinning, and his flip effect isn't too bad. 2 Wendy, she's the special from the deck. She's really versatile because you can send her special something in face down and then flip it later on, get advantage. Really nice. I'm only playing 2 Squimata and 2 Wendy because you don't really want to be seeing them in your opening hand at too many copies since this is a trap version, so we are minimizing the Shaddoll. The Shaddoll lineup, we have 1 Shaddoll Hedgehog. This is your Spell and Trap Searcher on flip, and it's just your Monster Searcher when sent to the grave. We have your Shaddoll Beast. This is your draw power. You only play him at 1 because he is very bricky at level 5. One of the new Shaddolls, the Shaddoll Genius. This is basically like an infinite impermanence, and it's accessible all the time because you just foolish it from the deck to the grave and you can negate something. So I feel this is really nice versatility. The Shaddoll Falco, this helps keep your resources in a loop in a way. He can special stuff back from the grave, special himself, keep you in that grind game. 1 of the Ariel, you only need to play 1. All the Shaddolls are recyclable off app alone, so banishing a DD Crow for 3 is really insane. You can hit DP, you can hit a lot of useful things there. And the last Shaddoll is the Shaddoll Dragon. This is just spell and trap removal, which is why we play it. We also have a little Dogmatica package here. We have 1 Dogmatica Ecclesia the Virtuous and 1 Maximus. This is all the Dogmaticas we're playing. Very useful in a deck like Shaddolls, as you know, all the fusion monsters have the grave effect to add stuff back, and I think it's just really free to play. Moving on to the spells, as I said, this is a trap version, so we only have 3 of the fusion spells. This gives you the option to, go second. If you are forced to go second, the Shaddoll Fusion just becomes insane because you can start using materials from the deck. And the Shaddoll Fusion as well is really nice. Helps you get extra damage on board and dodge certain effects. We have 2 of the Nadir Servant. This card is just absolutely insane in a deck like this. It gets you like 3-4 cards. It's crazy. If you could play 3, I would. But sadly, it's at 2. And for the last spell, just 1 Spellbook of Knowledge. This can send your Shaddolls from the field to the grave. Your Mathematician doesn't send them for costs, so it will trigger them and you will just draw 2 cards. So that is it for the spells. We'll be now moving on to the traps. Moving on for the traps, we have arguably the most important trap of the deck, triple of the Sinister Shadow Game. This is really what gets your engine going in a trap deck of Shaddolls. This is once per turn, it will foolish something and then flip something if you do have something face down. And I can't stress how important this card actually is. We have 1 of the other Shaddoll traps. We have 1 Schism, 1 Incarnation, and 1 Shaddoll Core. All of these have very useful toolbox effects. Obviously, I think you guys know what Schism does. It is probably the best of the Shaddoll traps, of these one-offs. The fact that you can fusion summon during your opponent's turn, get your Winder out, and basically just say no to their turn. The Incarnation just helps you, it's like a monster reborn, and the Core as well. When it's sent to the grave, adds you resources back to your hand and keeps you in that grind game. For the 3 of trap here, we have triple of the trap tricks. Playing 3 of this because seeing different named traps is very important, and trap tricks acts as a name for all of our traps, even of the Sinister Shadow Game, since it is a normal trap. You can just trap tricks it and force your engine to start that way. So I feel like trap tricks is a 3 of in a deck like this. We have double of the Witch's Strike. This is the cheeky tech. Since Brave is going around, they will have a Omni Negate during their turn, and when they do Omni Negate you, boom, you hit them with a Witch's Strike and they lose absolutely everything, and then you can really take control of the game from there. Only playing 2 because, of course, it is available with trap tricks, and if they don't negate you, you don't want to be having multiples of this. You just really want to be seeing the 1 copy. They negate you, they lose the game. Double of the Torrential, same reason as Witch's Strike, just a blowout trap. Yeah, they usually be counting to 5 for Nibiru, but really they can, stop at 4 and they'll still be punished because there is Torrentials. Double of the Punishment. This is Searchable of Ecclesia. These are just 2 for 1 traps. The punishment because they do send the Entis, send you a Shaddoll to get advantage. Just mandatory in a deck like this. We have double of the Paleozoic Dynamiscus, banishing those Vertes and DP ease is very, very important. The discard is not cost, so it does trigger Shaddolls as well, which is just an added effect, an added bonus to the trap. And we have double of the summon limit. Probably one of the best, most underutilized floodgates of this format. Your opponent will be special summoning multiple times, and you won't, so there's no reason to not play Summon Limit. Just restricts them to 2 summons per turn, slows the game down, and lets you take over the game. So that's it for the main deck. Let's now move on to the extra deck. So, starting off with the extra deck, we have the one of the Access Code Talker, a bit more affordable now that he is in gold, and really just helps you seal games that are sort of unwinnable in times. You can just pop like 3-4 cards and just go from there. We have the one Celine. This helps you make the access code. A lot of the Shaddolls are spellcasters, so you can revive them. We have the one liner, and this should actually also be one of the dark ones. I believe it's called Dark, and just the 2 light and dark charmers just to help you get a monster, go into Celine, and then go into access code, and that gives you like 2 pops. And then we have the one of the Shaddoll Construct, not El Shaddoll Construct, just Shaddoll Construct. So she's really good. She's basically just a poly, and she's a light herself, so it's really useful. Moving on for the fusions, we have double of the Heart and Soul, El Shaddoll Construct, Foolish Barrel and Summon, and when she does go to grave, does get you a spell and trap back to your hand. Double of the App Clone, probably one of the most important, the fusion that is most important to you, because you will be using App Clone effect quite a lot to grab your Schism, and then locking up the game from there. Double of the Winder, this is the win con, make her and most of your opponents cry. She can't be destroyed by card effects, so that's also another bonus. Can't be destroyed by your opponents. We have one of the Ash Dragon. This is just to get access to a Ecclesia if you haven't managed to somehow, and you have the Ash Dragon. We have the one of the Fossil Warrior, just an Entis, but you can banish it and it doesn't have to be when it's sent to the grave. Unlike Entis, but Entis is good for 2-for-1s, if you do play it. And then lastly is the one Omega. So he helps you put resources back and continue playing. So that is the end of the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy my take on Trap Shaddolls. As I said, this is a very unexplored deck, this format. I feel like it has a lot of potential. It doesn't really care about Scythe Lock. You'll just set 5 and pass, and your opponent would have wasted a lot of resources getting into the Scythe Lock. So I feel like this has a lot of potential, and you guys should definitely explore it. If you guys do want to see any other deck profiles, leave a comment down below. I will be on that for you guys, and just leave a comment and a like since you're there. I always reply to all of them. You guys are amazing. So without any further ado, I'm off, and I'll catch you in the next video.
It's time! Let's go!